The world has changed, and the way we worked has changed with it. Businesses are no longer limited to offices, they are now global. And because of that, they don't just hire people around them anymore. They hire people from anywhere in the world, people like you. Take a moment and settle in. My name is Joy Thomas, and I'm the founder of the MX Digital Skill Hub. Over the past year, I've trained over 5,000 virtual assistants, and I have personally worked as a VA for the past 5 years. So, everything I'll be teaching you comes from real experience. So, if you're ready, let's get into it. VA is not just a skill, it is an opportunity which will only work if you take it seriously. But if you are yet to subscribe to the space, kindly hit the subscribe button and let's dive right into what we have for today. Most people underestimate the work of a virtual assistant. But in today's world, virtual assistants help businesses run, stay organized, and even make more money. Virtual assistance is not something small or minor, but I want you to see it as something powerful that could even open doors that seems surreal. Today, I will quickly walk you through what a virtual assistant is, what VAs actually do, the tools you will use, the skills you need, the different areas you can specialize in, and what clients expect from you. And by the end of this, you should have a clear understanding of what this path actually looks like. A virtual assistant is a professional who provides services to businesses remotely using digital tools. Let me break that down. Virtual means you are working online. Assistant means you are supporting a business or an individual. So, simply put, you are helping a business function better without being physically present. This can even be from the comfort of your home. Virtual assistants or VAs support businesses in different ways, but everything generally falls into three areas: administrative task, operational task, and growth or revenue related task. The administrative tasks include things like managing emails, scheduling meetings, and handling basic data. Now, listen carefully. You are not just replying emails, you are helping your client focus on what matters. Next is operational task. These include organizing work, tracking tasks, and managing processes. Now, this is very important. Revenue task. This include things like lead generation, updating client data, and supporting marketing efforts. This is where things change because now you are not just helping the business stay organized, you are helping the business make money. And the closer your work is to helping a business make money, the more money you earn. Always remember that. To do this, you need tools. Think of these tools as your office. I mean, instead of a physical office, everything you need is online. The main tools you will come across include Google Workspace, Zoom, and tools like Trello or Notion. Don't worry if you don't understand them yet, we will go step by step. Google Workspace includes Gmail for communication, calendar for scheduling, docs for writing, and sheets for tracking information. These are tools you will use almost every day as a virtual assistant. But I want you to know this, that tools will change over time, but what remains is skill. And if you understand the skill, you can learn any tool. Now, talking about skills, there are two types of skills you need as a VA. There are hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills are things you can learn and practice, like writing emails, scheduling meetings, doing research, and organizing data. While soft skills are skills that make clients trust you, they include communication, time management, attention to detail, and reliability. In one of my videos, Introduction to Virtual Assistants, I talk really about these soft skills because it is the skill that will make a client trust you and want to keep you. I'll be attaching a link to that video in the description box, so do well to check it out. Now let's move into what you want to specialize in virtual assistant. There are various niches, but these three are popular and common. We have executive VA, lead generation VA, and social media VA. In the course of this training, you're going to choose one of these niches you want to specialize in. Now, let's take a look at what a typical day in the life of a virtual assistant look like. But here's the thing, no 2 days are exactly the same. Your schedule, task, and tools will depend on your choosing niche, your client needs, and the services you offer. Some days you might be heavy on admin task, other days you might be generating leads, and some days you might just be coordinating a team or managing projects. It is flexible. But for a typical day, you can start your morning checking emails, replying to clients, and prioritizing tasks. And then you schedule meetings, organize documents, maybe research leads, or manage social media posts. Now, this one is very important. Lunch. Eat. Lunch break is not just about eating, but it's also a chance for you to pause and reflect. And then later, you follow up on projects, you update your client records, and to close it at the end of the day, you send a report to your client of what has been done. Now, let's talk about the most important part, how virtual assistant gets paid. There are a few main ways clients pay you. We have hourly rates where you charge for the time you work per hour, depending on your skill and niche. Then we have per task or project where you charge for a specific project. And lastly, we have the retainer or monthly fee. This is when a client pays a fixed amount every month for ongoing support. I know you might be wondering which is better. Depends on your preference, but for me, I prefer the monthly fee because it gives consistent income. Clients don't just hire VAs to complete tasks. They hire people they can trust, rely on, and work with smoothly. Here are four key expectations every client has: clear communication, proactiveness, fast response, and reliability. Clear communication, always communicate professionally and clearly. I talked about the 7 C's of communication in my video on introduction to virtual assistants, so please check it out if you are yet to do so. Also, clients expect proactiveness. Don't wait to be told what to do next. Anticipate needs, suggest improvement, and take initiatives. Clients love virtual assistants who think ahead. Also, fast respond. Respond promptly to messages, emails, and requests. Quick responses shows you are reliable and you respect your client's time. Lastly, reliability. Do what you say you will do. Meet deadlines and be consistent. Clients pay for trust. If they can rely on you, they will keep hiring you and even refer you to others. Remember, hard skills get you hired, but these soft skills, these behaviors keep you hired and help you earn more. Now, let's talk about something very important: beginner mistakes. These are the things that stop most people from succeeding even after learning the skills. If you can avoid these mistakes early, you will move faster than most people. Number one of this is trying to learn everything at once. Many beginners try to learn everything: admin, social media, design, tech, everything at once. And what happens? They get overwhelmed and get confused. The truth is, you don't need to know everything, you just need to start somewhere and build from there. Another beginner mistake is that some people wait to be perfect. They keep saying, I'm not ready yet, I need to learn more, and this makes them stay stuck for months. You will never feel 100% ready. Growth comes from doing and not waiting. The next beginner mistake is poor communication. This is one of the fastest way to lose a client. Late replies, unclear messages, and not updating your client. These things make clients lose trust quickly. Remember, communication is not optional in this field, it is essential. And if you lack proper communication, then you shouldn't even be a virtual assistant. Another mistake beginners make is not practicing. Learning without practice is useless. Watching videos alone will not make you a VA. You need to practice. That is how you build confidence. And in this course, you're not just going to watch videos, but you will practice what you've learned. Let me also add lack of consistency. Some people start strong and then they disappear. They don't show up, they don't practice, they don't improve. And over time, they lose everything they started building. Consistency is what turns learning into results. If you are ready for this, right now, comment I am training to become a professional virtual assistant.